Okay guys, so let's continue with the gameplay of the Outer Worlds 2. Should be alive. Worlds 2. Okay, everything okay, let's continue. I just left on this frozen planet.
It's quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
I find your proposed time frame leisurely, unaccountably so.
But going any faster grossly increases the threat of collapse. Burying us beneath the snow benefit.
Have you at least determined the cause of the avalanche?
Let's see what do we have here.
What could possibly be keeping the repair personnel so long? Oh, greetings. By any chance, did you happen to encounter the repair personnel I dispatched to Resistor Bank 2789B12?
No, I didn't. What's wrong with this resistor bank?
Our new JTY-1030 resistor banks are built with enough durability to suffer through a tremendous amount of misuse. But the brutish handling by the Protectorate is too much for it. The misuse is causing moisture uptake, which causes the resistors to give off more heat. In the snow, that means more moisture, which means even more heat. I'm sure you can observe that the problem is cyclical in nature. I don't suppose you'd be willing to aid me in fixing this?
Where can I find the damaged resistor bank?
It's down in the valley just southwest of the archive. The heat has liquefied all the snow off the glass surface. It is an easy location to observe.
Any idea what could be keeping the repair person?
Ursopods, Protectorate forces, rogue scrappers, blizzards, mantisaurs, maybe even Auntie's choice forces. Truly a smorgasbord of unfortunate options.
Why is the excess heat such a problem?
In the short term, it's wreaking havoc with the weather and causing small, localized blizzards. Long term, the archive would suffer irreparable damage to multiple systems. Undoubtedly, this would reduce its maximum operations per millisecond. Obviously, this is unacceptable. I loathe that, for now, our actions may aid the Protectorate. But we must protect the archive.
Sure, I can help you out.
This is most appreciated. Unfortunately, the previous repair personnel took the only repair kit I had on hand. I'll mark the coordinates of the resistor bank on your map, but locating the repair personnel will be up to you. If you find him, you find the kit. I hope. Otherwise, the repair will be most difficult. I'll guide you.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire.
Actually, I'm looking for the archive. Can you direct me here, please?
See that giant glowing structure in the distance there? That's the Archive's main entry point. However, I'd caution you to give it a wide berth. The Archive's under Protectorate control, and they mean to keep it. You'll not gain access without serious military support.
You underestimate my ability as one-person killing machine.
Are you in a high-risk life expectancy bracket? Because everything you're saying is precisely what I'd expect to hear from someone determined to lower the average.
I don't have a death wish, if that's what you're implying.
Then ruminate on my advice. Stay away from the Archive.
Thanks for warning. So then, may I ask what you're doing here?
Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours.
Sounds like you having a tough time.
Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it.
Laplace Garden, what's that?
Only the finest place on this ice ball. Words aren't sufficient to capture its many quality attributes. Best you observe it yourself. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
Before we head to the Archive, perhaps we should entreat the Order or Auntie's choice for aid against the Protectorate defenses. Sound to be rather formidable.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Nice. I thought it's gonna be a hidden treasure. It is, it is.
Did you receive your personal...
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since...
What's inside? Let's check it out. It's the same place, but they are on the other side.
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized. Must be a sign.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right.
I was led to believe that Vicar Alden may also be expecting me. Can you direct me to him?
Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs.
Artificer Laureate sounds important. What can you tell me about her?
The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview.
You said the presiding bishop is indisposed. Is she sick?
Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is.
This place seems oddly calm for being in a war zone.
Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you?
You know what I mean? The war against the Protectorate.
All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters: science and progress.
A very respectable goals. The order should be commended for its foresight.
And you for recognizing such quality of vision. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
What's our convictions?
Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
I got time to kill, hit me.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional?
I have some professional issues I'm working through.
Expand on that for me.
I like stealing things, and people seems to have problems with that.
One day soon, you will evolve beyond an inappropriate attachment to material possessions, and at last be free to acquire that which most eludes you. Wisdom.
Why do I feel like I was just insulted?
A 24-hour period of self-reflection and circumspection is recommended after receiving your first conviction. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered.
Nothing that permanent, just visiting.
I'd have run the mugs through the autoclave twice if I'd known the garden was receiving visitors now. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours?
I spoke with the junior seer earlier, and she seems entirely unconcerned about the war.
I didn't hear a question.
It was more of an observation, really.
Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Udicott might say. That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you?
Odd question, of course it would.
Well, good thing nothing's amiss then.
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth.
If she's not a member of the Order, then what's she doing here?
Excellent question. I've been wondering the same thing. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point, perhaps? You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
All this cloak and dagger stuff has certainly piqued my interest.
Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden.
Sounds like far-fetched. Do you have any proof?
Recall what you have observed thus far. Isn't it strange how calm everyone is? The Order is in the middle of a war. A war, one might say, they are losing.
That's a bit harsh. The Order is doing their best. So, what's the real explanation?
The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
Why would Order do that?
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder.
If what you're saying is true, we need to... But if the end result is contentment and social progress, isn't that a good thing?
One could make that argument, and obviously have. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate. but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
Why are you working? Who are you working for? Persephone? I know you're not really with the Order.
I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested?
You with Sub Rosa, aren't you?
So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor.
Sounds like something worth. You don't really care about what's happening here, do you? This is all about money.
No, this is about control. Everything is.
What's happen if I... How do you figure that out?
Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is control over the narrative. To be declared victor and have their vision for Arcadia deemed superior. It follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to suppress greater forms of resistance. That's all.
Sounds like something worth... Okay, what happen if I hand over the sample?
Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that.
You're not making a very convincing case. Trust you.
Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind. That's your prerogative, of course. The benefits of free will. Until such time as the Order or the Protectorate repossesses it.
Order is nothing like Protectorate.
No, they were grown in the same petri dish. The commonalities remain whether either of them wishes to acknowledge it. But I digress. If you change your mind, I'll be here. Taking an extended but much-deserved smoking break. Good tranquilizer for the nerves, you know.
What a lamentable state of affairs.
Mind your truth table P's
A
and
second
Q's
makeup
now.
exam will knock me off, so I hope you studied this time, Briar. You may begin now.
On a
Pressure.
How pleased are you with your Yeah! Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer. Oh, 100?
Sir, that's the right answer, isn't it? I could show my math to you. Really like to stay.
Determining the remainder of your stay in...
Agent, over here.
Yeah!
Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace between the Order and Auntie's choice would be over. Shame about all the disorder. The negotiations had not been going as smoothly as I'd hoped, it's true. But we were making progress.
How did you learn that I was the one who saved you?
While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my Order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself, now convinced Wiley's calculations were wrong. He told us all about that terrible DeVries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. There was quite a lot of gurgling. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace.
Are any negotiations still happening?
Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself.
What needs to get the Orders and Auntie's Choice to work together?
To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups. Earning the trust of both sides is essential. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces.
That's it. I'm not sure it's a good idea having the Order. Let's say I help. What do I get? Okay, that's it. Doesn't seem terribly difficult.
Oh, really? Perhaps the challenge rating is far less than I've hitherto calculated. Well, obviously you'll likely have to act as an intermediary between Ruth and Auntie, which will require some verbal finesse. But let's worry about that step upon reaching it.
Sounds well worth it, I mean.
Transplendent. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides, engender trust. Gertie and I can let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
Basically, I need to get my speech leveled up.
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
I received a message that Ruth was indisposed and to speak with you in her stead.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia.
So, can I see her, or what?
Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
I saved your delegate life. Seems like that should make me more than trustworthy.
From what I understand, Vicar Levin's continued existence is a mere side effect of whatever personal vendetta you happen to be attending to. I'm pleased he does not lie among the ranks of the dead. But I will need a more tangible effort on your part to trust you.
For an organization able to predict the future, you sure get caught off guard a lot.
If the Order could predict the future infallibly, my mentors would be alive. Seers become less accurate the more specific and more distant the prediction. All that aside, you shall need the Order's trust if you wish to see Ruth. This task will allow that. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth.
What's the significance of Heritage Site anyway?
Newton contains the Six Pillars Chantry, which was one of the first temples founded after Arcadia's colonization. It's over 100 years old. The cultists are likely profaning it. But even if they aren't, I don't want them there. Our loss of Newton is symbolic. If we cannot protect it, how can we protect Arcadia?
Okay, you
I'll
got the
withhold
deal.
my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
We should collect Aza from the ship first. Unless you don't want the benefits of her inside knowledge of the cult.
Aza? Oh, that's might be truth. Okay, let's go to Incognito and get Aza. Okay, need to go. I don't know where to go first. Let's go to this place.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of prisoners in the area.
Mobilizing. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
We've dealt with all of them. That wasn't crucial.
Who needs to die?
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 100. 1 being entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine.
You okay? Seem
Don't
off by
bother
a few decimal
conversating
points.
unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello.
It has the anti-choice logo on it. What even is this thing? Oh, Architect preserve us.
Damn Auntie's and their propaganda. Take!
Hello. Farewell. Thank you for this officially compact conversation.
What's this?
Hello, layperson.
This is all mine.
And chronologically printed. Subject should prepare to be shot.
I'll handle this.
Eviscerated or otherwise executed if...
Sharp enough. Batten scan. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
What happened?
Warning. You are approaching a Protectorate checkpoint. All Protectorate subjects should prepare to be questioned, searched, voice analyzed, and phrenologically printed. Non-subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise...
I'll handle this. Enemy spotted.
Recommencing hostage.
Target analyzed. Let down fire. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Hastening to cover.
Amplificator at ready status. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Regain sight.
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Investigating hostile intent. I have a fix on those pieces. Combatant scanned. Resorting to violence.
Maintaining perfection.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Please release us. They always come from that big building across the street before they open the gate. They must leave a key in there.
Bro, look at this.
Go, go, go!
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor, Prudence.
So let's check around for resources. Need to turn on electricity. Lockpick level 11. They were killing scientists all around.
Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado. First, it was Auntie's choice, then the Protectorate. After that, some daft cultists. I don't even know what group you hullheads belong to. Don't care either. Your motivations are related to me in only the vaguest abstract form.
Pertaining to an adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Just leave.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Weirdly intent on
combatant scanned.
Wait, that's not who I think it is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these homeheads show up.
I have a fix. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. dividing up my aggression. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Hostilities are afoot. Torpification in progress. Locking them down. Yet. Mobilizing. Combatant scan.
Commander's almost dead.
Yeah. Investigating hostile intentions. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Torpificator is charged. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Okay, let's go back here. I wander off the course.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scopes for combat. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Use my life or avenge my
I'm alive.
Who needs to die?
I big regret this coming here. It's so cold. He finds enough of these scraps for this. Not worth time.
Hostilities are afoot. Combatant scared.
Not much.
Resorting to violence.
Okay, this is quite a big one.
Mitigating the threat. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Look up, Commander. Don't make me avenge you.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Here. That is assuming you're not some sort of enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition. Yes. Should be plenty of wonderfully... I thought I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Are you two glad to see each other? I can tell.
Things were left in a...
It was somewhat complicated, even by Order standards. Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anais Bujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anais Bujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
If I'd realized this was a formal visit, I'd have worn my fancy killing clothes.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Alright, so you want to tell her why we are here?
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command.
Okay, let them talk.
It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly.
Do you need the archive to perform calculation of that scale?
Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronic assistance. Wouldn't advise it, but I've been here on my own for decades, and I remain a reasonable statistician. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed, and there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending.
Everything, like all life in the known galaxy, everything?
I mean, microbes, mantisaurs. Saltuna might make it, the resistant little buggers. But anything capable of higher order thinking would be gone. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable.
Honestly, I can only wrap my head around the apocalypse at the time. But your research was destroyed, right?
I assume all my notes and calculations were destroyed years ago.
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was quarantined, not disposed of. The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp. Unorthodox notion reclusion.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Winter's Grasp is crawling with Anti's choice. A full unit just moved in. Marisol, will you... Can you...
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that to me. Of course.
I think I missed something. What was your research about?
I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the presumed requirements to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations, filling in certain blanks. Trillions. Theoretically, it would hurry the process along so it could be solved in our lifetime, but it was unorthodox. Risky if taken too far. I knew the Council would judge it mathematical heresy, so I attempted to work in secret.
Mathematical
Eventually,
heresy.
I was discovered, excommunicated, sent here.
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply disappeared somewhere along the way.
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded.
This seems a bit more involved than what you mentioned earlier, Marisol.
Yes, and it's quite concerning. I understand if your priorities differ from my own, though.
We should head there immediately.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests. Wouldn't take long.
No, you should stay here. We'll take care of this.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well, this has certainly been nice. Perhaps we'll see each other again sometime.
And what do we have here? We cannot enter.
This.
I'll find my next victim. I mean a hostile commander.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Standing by to stupefy.
A big robot. They gonna attack. Hello, Mr. Robot. Oh shit!
Adversary vulnerable. Not a good look, Command. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Contact reestablished.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Narrowing sensor range. Focusing intensity.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
All of them.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. I'm alive. Who needs to die? That'd be Spyerton. Was once the Order's headquarters. All this. Investigating hostile adversary vulnerabilities identified. Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
So many dead. Why not?
Hostilities are afoot. I have a fix on their
Okay, let's speak with the order technician.
You have my thanks. My monitoring station has already informed me that the Resistor Bank is operating as expected. Such good work definitely deserves a reward.
Thank also, your report person is dead.
That is most unfortunate. But at least his sacrifice did help improve the operations per millisecond. I will include his name in the records for this repair.
What else?
All clear. What are you doing here? Hey. This way.
Yeah, let's go here. But I need to go a little bit back, find the road. Almost at the road. What do we have here?
Sir, the extra food drop has landed somewhere off target over in Order Territory. Can't you see
Exactly where I wanted it. They act all high and mighty, but I give them 30 minutes for vacation.
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
I'll have to remember.
Hey, you there. I got a job that needs doing if you've got the time. It pays, of course. I need help finding some lost supplies.
These wouldn't happen to be the supplies you're looking for, wouldn't they?
Well, I'll be. That's them, all right. Can I offer you a finder's fee for asset recovery?
Sounds like a good deal. Me?
Great. And here is one standard miscellaneous type 2 short-term contractor one-time assistance. The pleasure doing business with you.
I seriously question the structural integrity of that bridge.
Proceeding to attack. That is fair. Your my life will avenge my death. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Thank you.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I'm alive.
Torpificator at ready status. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Who needs to die?
The Earth Directorate found a flaws. Reckless leadership. No. It's not reckless leadership, they automatically run towards the enemies. Not my fault. Let's see what we have here. Oh, she just went inside without no problems. So what with this chapel?
That sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more. But their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
No lectures, please.
Okay, big quest for the later.
Welcome to Auntie's Choice. We look forward. Why are you pestering me? Do I look like middle management?
Welcome, Big Spender.
Big Spender.
Auntie's Choice welcomes you to Forward Operating Base 136, Future Consumer. You should take care in this hostile climb. Risks include inclement weather, hostile animals, risk of collateral damage, leaking uranium, artillery, shrapnel, frostbite, cave-ins, hypothermia, cultists, landmines. Long falls, gangrene, damaged electrical equipment, and insect bites.
Never knew Auntie's Choice was so big on safety.
Ascertaining risks and sending the appropriate low-ranking soldiers to meet them is a predominant requirement of any Auntie's Choice leader. That's enough for rote greetings. You're not a feckless civilian, or you would have died halfway here, so I'll speak plainly. Cloisters asthai. I want off-planet yesterday, with my extremities intact, and that necessitates aid. You do my work for me, I can pay.
What you need to be done?
Some Protectorate jackanapes are holed up on some main routes near here, thereby separating us from the rest of our force. Remove them by any means. Preferably by killing them and scattering their remains to the winds, but so long as they're gone, I don't much care.
They'll be vacated with
The
justice.
sooner you get rid of them, the sooner I can take credit. Clear the Protectorate out from under the bridges and you'll get your pay. Get to fighting or get to dying.
Have a profitable day. I'm open to ideas. What would... Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
I cannot believe how
Mind your own business and
Don't
cause trouble. I don't need the extra paperwork. Ooh, peptic ulcers are barking today.
The scrappers are getting closer. Closer and sniffing around at night. They give me the creeps.
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the front lines of
So long as they... No time to compensate. True, but that wreckage isn't going to hold their interest forever. Eventually, they're going to come over here and see what we have that's worth taking.
Take it up with the head office.
Don't need anything for now.
for combatant analysis.
Okay, there's something in here. Their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Unfriendly company.
Derek, Billy, real vulnerable. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Combatant scanned.
Not giving it.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary. I'm alive.
Hello. So, I'm trapped. Messages to the Order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Less now. Spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be Ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
Oh. Okay. Sure. There is some kind of rift there.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Avenge my death! Combatant scanned.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Standing by to stupefy. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
By my neck, bitte. I mean a hostile.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Stun weapon ready, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Consider self-preservation a priority. foot.
Oh, that is back in stand.
Fortificator is charged.
Camp's cleared, Commander.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Attack me.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Camp clean, Commander. We could collect our rewards now, if you care.
Okay, let's go back. Also, the cultists are here. But that I need to go across this bridge.
You're back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd gotten buried in a snowdrift. Did you kill those yay-saying bootlickers good?
Job's done.
Good. I'm glad I put my faith in someone who can accomplish what needs doing. Here's your reward. Now get along. I'm as likely to be buried alive by my paperwork as the snow outside.
And now, I don't know, let's go here first. There any way from under? Let's try again. Let's try again. In the middle of the bridge there's a rift, so probably not going to get through that. But here I might find a way. Let's try this way.
Mobilizing. Swine. Taking the fight out of them. Locking them down. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Have a fix on their weaknesses.
We'll need that rift modulator from Praetor that DeVries mentioned to proceed. Members up ahead. Shouldn't be a problem. They're my people, unlike the traitorous scum in Golden Ridge.
We going to kill Hierarch Ziegler soon? My knife hand's getting itchy.
Why do you think Heinrich Ziegler turned on you?
Who can say? There was no indication that I've seen. I've interacted with him on occasion. Seemed a decent, loyal sort. As interested as I am to hear whatever sorry explanation he has, not sure I'll be able to control my rage when I see him to ask why before I remove his spleen. Maybe I'll start with his gallbladder? No, I think it's gotta be the spleen.
Investigating check your scopes for combatant analysis.
You ignorant fools! I'm almost sorry I have to kill you. Almost.
Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scan. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Forget the comms device, Commander. We've got more important things to tend to right now. Like killing all these treacherous sprat fox.
Ratcheting up my
should check it when we're
adversary
done.
vulnerabilities identified.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities. I
see you.
Proceeding to attack. I'll handle this.
I will restore my life to avenge my death.
No. Okay. Okay, guys, be back in a minute. Just to load this. Be back in a minute. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to stupefy.
Unfriendly company. Yep,
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Combatant scanned. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. I have... Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Combat problem. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Unfriendly nearby. We've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Mitigating the threat, locking them down. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Resorting to fire. What in the fuck is happening to the glorious dawn?
All clear? What are you doing here?
Once this was a order town.
That's a Glorious Dawn comms device. The cells use them to communicate with one another. That's a Glorious Dawn comms device. The cells use them to communicate with one another. That's a Glorious Dawn comms device. The cells use them to communicate with one another. Why are we beset by void-damned traitors everywhere? Has everyone gone mad but me?
It's possible that you've done something to upset them.
If you weren't ignorant of our ways, you'd know that is a ridiculous thought. They hold no one in higher regard than me, save the exalted leader herself.
Let's talk about something else.
Such as?
I like to know the people on my crew. Tell me about yourself.
Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story.
Seems like you avoided the question.
Why would you accuse me of such? I've nothing to hide. Whatever I do now is sanctified, and the specifics of my past are of no merit. The Glorious Dawn gave me a new life, and wiped away the old.
Fair enough. Tell me more about the Dawn.
As I told you, the Dawn know and seek to spread the truth of the rifts. But It is even more than that to me. It is my life. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein.
Charming metaphor notwithstanding, I'm still interested to hear more about your life.
And I'm still not interested in discussing it.
Okay. I think I see it. This is it, I think. Chapel. Well, something should open. I don't see what. What has just opened it?
There's little you could tell me I couldn't also tell you.
Seems nothing in here. Ah, this is maybe. Somehow I need switch right from the side. So other sides then.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
You bring a cultist into my presence? I hope this isn't a sign you've lost your nerve. Or are you planning on removing the cultists from Newton one at a time, like this one here? I was expecting different results.
Well, then it seems today is your lucky day. The Dawn and Newton have been dealt with. By us. Care to hear all the bloody particulars?
I don't think Artificer Laureate needs the grisly details.
Come on, Commander. You never let me talk about Viscera.
You saw a problem and followed your own methods to solve it. I can admire that. Here's something for your trouble. If you removed Newton's unsightly blemish, I believe you may be trustworthy. I have reasons something predicted has come to pass.
Let's hear it.
One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it.
What's the Hyperion Reticulum?
The web is an order-crafted network of information collection satellites. Our would-be Protectorate overlords squandered them as glorified surveillance devices. We actually implanted a back door in the web to bring it back under our control, should a circumstance like this arise. But we did not foresee certain Protectorate modifications. But let's not speak of that. Find a way past the Protectorate at the crash site, collect the data, and return it here. Violence is likely, but perhaps you'll find an alternative.
Any ideas on how I might be able to solve this without violence?
Only theoretically. The Protectorate guarding the site will be anything but welcoming. You'd likely need to find something, or someone, to wrest their attention away from you. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise. I look forward now. How might we be of use to one another?
But where is this crashed satellite? Aha.
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning may come at a later date. As determined.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission. The presiding bishop is not accepting
Come back
visitors
later.
at this time.
I look forward to the... Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps...
You know anything
this will
about
be
people...
illuminating in some fashion. Who told you about that? Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within the Order's purview. It doesn't concern you.
It's going to be a lot harder to work with the Order if something nefarious is occurring.
It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine, you've made your point. We are standing in the experiment. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia, with this drug Perspective as its regulating reagent. This was supposedly to aid us in deciphering the equation. One would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar's paradise. But surely, I'm only a pessimist.
What's that broken contraption on the table?
Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge.
I know my way around guns, pretty sure I could fix that.
Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental Order technology.
You know the preceding bishop for a while, right? What do you think of her?
I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Office tower?
Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically gray consultants who need committing to a side.
Quite a big ship.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that anti-choice society is based upon. Not because we worship it.
You go on ahead.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time, unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with, but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia.
To the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Oh, absolutely.
Fine, go on in. We're used to questionable characters like you being somewhat difficult. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on our exciting contract opportunity.
I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. News from home, but our Arcadia Grown League is
This area is for client intake specialists.
certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off pitchfall, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes.
Okay guys, thanks for watching for now. Gonna continue this next time, so yeah, gonna play later some Battlefield with my friends, and yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you next time.